Right, I'm live. Excuse me. Right, let's put the link on Discord. Let's just do the usual housekeeping things. Link on Discord. Tag live streamers. Live now. Smiley face. There we go. Then I'll keep YouTube open in the bottom so I can see comments. And then there we go. Let me just check. I don't think there's any major events today. Let's just check SPC. No, it doesn't look like anything really to look out for today. Even though the day 3 convective outlook, let me just pull it up here. Day 3 outlook's not looking great. I guess it's good if you want to see severe weather, but not if you're just a typical person just living there, not wanting your day getting disrupted. Okay, let's dive into the game. So I'm going to hold off on saying what's new in this version, just because in about 5-10 minutes people usually join and then ask what's new. So to avoid repeating myself, I'll explain in a few minutes time. So let's do career mode. Let's skip that day. There, that looks better. We'll chase this day. Okay, disable the Cape and Helicity overlays. Let's get onto the road over here. I think we need headlights already. Got our first viewer. So an entirely new gameplay mechanic is in this version. I'll talk more about it once we get properly going in the stream. I've reset all my progress since the last one as well, since the last stream, so we can see what it's like starting from brand new. So there, one of the first things we can see here are trailer parks. So these are set out in a diamond formation, just because I thought it looked cool. It also means you can approach them from different directions as well. So you've got the option of maybe taking a slightly longer but faster route, or more direct route but slower because you're on the dirt road. Then you can warn the residents by standing next to the siren and pressing E, just like in the 2023 version of the game. Might as well demo that. You need to check that it's working. You may see some behind the scenes views tonight if I need to go back into the editor and fix things. I do want to try and push an update tonight. So yeah, we can sound the siren, so let's just do that. And then as you can see, this tile gets highlighted yellow to show that this is warned. So it'll be red, it'll be flashing red if it's in the path of a tornado. Yellow once you've warned it, then it should go green once all the residents are actually sheltered. Let's figure out where we are in regards to this storm. So there, we're right under the wall cloud. Let's pull up the velocity radar. Okay, so we're looking, yeah, southeast. So if we want to position it, and we're pretty much underneath it now, so I think we want to head east and then north. So facing west. I did want to have the siren head kind of like the really creepy sounding alarm, but I couldn't find a like royalty-free, like license-free one that I could use. Probably have to try and recreate it myself. So there's the very rapidly rotating wall cloud right behind us. I want to check the... Yes, something seems to have happened with the touch react on the truck, and I don't recall changing anything. All this grass should be like folding over when I'm driving over it. I've noticed it's changed for some reason, I don't know why. We'll test on this cornfield coming up actually. Okay, so none of these seem to react to the truck. See if we've got a funnel cloud yet. No, we've still got some time. Right, let's try this. Alright, so the cones react, and unless I haven't set touch react on every terrain tile. I wonder if I've changed the setting somewhere. I don't recall changing it. Anyway, let's figure out how to navigate to get ahead of this thing. So we're heading east, but this is to our southwest. So that's where I want to be. I want it to be to our southwest because it'll likely be moving northeast. That's just certain vegetation which reacts to it. So literally didn't touch anything about the truck, so I don't know why touch react suddenly stopped working on the vegetation. Let's use the velocity couplet, and then let's assume it's here and see which. Oh, we're getting our very first sign of the tornado. So yeah, it looks like it's moving northeast to me. So it should be coming towards us. So let's just wait here. This intersection gives us north, south, east and west options. Don't see any funnel cloud yet. We might see some dust. Getting kicked up from the ground if we're lucky. Oh, it's like a helicopter wall cloud. May need to move again. I thought I would have put something down in this time. Problem is all this bit's disconnected. I think the best option is probably drive north and then go off-road and then join back again where that cornfield is. Let's do that because it's getting close and we're going to need that time to be driving at like 10-15 miles an hour. Which is, no, this way. We need the time to bridge the gap between there and there, but this is connected to the other part of the road network, so should be a worthwhile thing to try and do. So this really mean looking wall cloud looming right over us, so it should be an interesting chase. Oh look, we've got a tiny little white dot here, showed us that it is starting to put something down. Visible on the map, but not visually looking at it in the real world yet, or the game world. Yeah, I wonder why it stopped reacting to the grass. I didn't like change anything to do with the vehicles or terrain, so I don't know what's happened there. Let's close that tailgate. I need to add a way to lock that. Alright, this is coming straight for the Sky helicopter. It's coming straight for us. Oh, look, Cape. You got a reasonable distribution of Cape there. What about Helicity? Easy to see. Yeah, we've got good Cape, good Helicity. I think we just need to be patient and it should stop putting something out. Starting to see a shadow now. See that there? That's the shadow of the funnel. So where's the sun? Sunlight's coming from over there. Hitting the funnel, yeah, it's starting to put a funnel down now. There we go, it's coming down. Is it heading straight for us, or is it moving more east now? Let's put the mouse in the centre and we'll compare. You know, looks like it's heading northeast. There we go. What it'll do now, so things that are new. I see we've got a few concurrent viewers now. Things that are new, so these diamond shaped ones, tiles are where the trailer parks are. If one of these is in the path of a tornado, once the tornado's reached about 60-mile-an-hour wind speeds, the tile will then flash red. Yep, so look, it's saying these two trailer parks are at risk of being hit by the tornado. It adds some margin on either side. So based on the direction it's moving, these are in danger. We're probably going to see these. It projects out about 5 kilometers, so as it moves across the map, it'll highlight more behind it. So the flashing red, which means that they need to be warned. Let's just get a photo of it. Where's a good intercept spot? I think we need to be further east here, maybe on this corner here. Might be a good point to intercept. It looks like it's moving a bit more east than it is northeast right now. We'll stop here. We'll see some stuff get hit. Let's see, it looks like it's what, F1 strength right now. It's showing all 3 of these are at risk right now. You wouldn't think it based on how it's moving. Better check, actually, yeah, the voice is coming through, good. It seems to be intensifying quite quickly, at least it's widening quickly. I wonder if that logic's actually working, because this doesn't look like the right place to be getting warned. It should be updating its prediction as well. So as it changes direction, it should be updating the prediction. So I'm not sure this flashing box logic's working yet. Because really it looks like it should be over here that's getting warned. I don't really want to go off-road to intercept over here, because that's kind of isolated again. I'll have to go off-road again to get back onto the road network, so I'm trying to think of options here. We could go up, along, and then maybe down here or down here. I think maybe over here is a good bet. Still get some photos though. Second, let me just dismiss that prompt. There we go. Right. Okay, it's a third of a mile wide, moving 15 miles an hour. We could try and race it off. Something's getting hit. Could try and race it off road, but I kind of want to stay on road just to get the speed up a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this warning logic isn't working right. Oh, and now it's hunting. Right, at least we can get some data from this, so we'll do a quick deploy. I'd say all these should be changing what's being warned, and it's not, especially given the fact that it's now hunting me. So I kind of want to slow down a bit because I want to get it impacted by the strongest part of the tornado. Fast moving 65 miles an hour, so I will need to pick up the pace in a little bit. So I get from the probe's point of view. There we go, getting some wind data. So F1 strength, F2 strength. I do need to remember that it's actually also closing in on me as well. F3, okay, we're getting some F3. Now, I'll keep going, but I am going to have to turn at some point. I think we'll follow this road along here. Don't really have any other options really, do we? There we go, stopped hunting. Oh, it has updated these. Thing is, I don't know why those were getting warned before when it was heading this way. Oh, we're still getting F2 samples, so that's good. On the other side of the tornado now, let's zoom out a bit. The vertical motion's looking a lot better, so I did take Rainbow's idea and make the vertical rate match the swirl ratio, and visually that does seem to have made it a lot better. Let's look at that, that looks almost real. Okay, I think we should maybe go, right, let's do quick recall. We're going to have to go off-road and warn these residents here. So I like this because it gives an extra layer of gameplay. So it's not just looking for intercept opportunity after intercept opportunity, you also need to consider when to warn people. So I think if we go northeast, then along to here we can raise the warning. Oh, hello Rainbow, yeah, I was just talking to you, talking about you, saying I've taken your suggestion. So, if I remember rightly, the vertical rate is 1 over 1 plus the swirl ratio, and that gives the vertical rate now, which I think looks a lot more realistic. Right, so let's warn these residents. So I'm still using the old siren model and the original siren sound effect. I do need to generate a new, more up-to-date one, because the siren model looks like it could be something from the Nintendo 64. It looks that low quality. Yeah, hopefully be more balanced, yeah, so instead of everything just looking like a big monster wedge with huge vertical motion, it'll be more varied. So let's go warn these residents. We see it's flashing red. Then it should go green once everyone's sheltered. Yeah, it's 11:38 in the morning. What a way to start your day. And my lunch break at work's at 11:30, and the last thing I want is to deal... Well, actually, to be fair, I wouldn't mind a tornado warning. It'd be a good excuse to take the day off work. But most normal people wouldn't want a tornado to deal with right when they're about to start the lunch break. So we should see this go green. It's randomized, so each one of these tiles, even though they're laid out the same, the number of oh, has that gone green? I'm red-green colorblind, so I can tell that that's red, and I can tell yellow, but I think I may need to choose a different shade of green if that's green. So it means everyone's sheltered, so if it gets hit, it'll say that we've saved residents. Currently there's no reward for it yet. You kind of feel good or feel bad about yourself depending on who lives and who dies. Oh, there we go. So it's just reset again. So after a few minutes, I'll have to change that. It should take 5 minutes. And that doesn't feel like it was 5 minutes. So let me look at the stream. So I've sounded about 21 minutes and 15 seconds into the stream. That's green. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. Right. Now I kind of feel responsible. Maybe I can use my tornado magnet powers for good. Oh, can we outrun it? And we'll pull it away from... Yeah, no, that's yellow, isn't it? That's yellow. Then we should see it turn green. I'm going to choose a different shade. Slightly darker, just for other people who are colorblind like myself. I guess now I'm putting these guys in danger. Right, so I need to remember to turn left when I get to this junction. Yeah, that's just gone green. Okay, cool. We'll see when it resets, because I set it 21:15, so it's 22:15 now into the stream. It's still on. Right, I need to remember to turn left so I don't bring the tornado towards the residents. Right, there we go. Now I don't have any control over which direction it goes, so could be good, could be bad. Just depends which way it decides to go now. Because each time after each hunt, oh, there's that just reset now. So 22:45, so it's about a minute and a half. So I think I may need to fix that. Got all these. It says all these places are in danger, but it doesn't look like they are. So like it's heading more east now. See what data we've got. Yeah, let's just try and analyze it. Maybe we'll learn some anomalies. No. But we might have enough cash to buy some upgrades. So let's see, truck, probe. We could increase the PRF. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Just get a little bit better resolution now. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely an issue with the warning logic. Because it's obviously heading away from them and towards these, but it's still showing that. Plus it's resetting the state after 90 seconds. How about we do a little bit behind the scenes? So let's just save my progress. Have I... Yeah. Save state. So let's go turn to main menu and quit. Right, let's fire up Unity. Because I do want to push this update tonight, so I want to get it working. We do as well resume an old conversation I was having with Codex. Okay, this is loading up. So first thing I want to do is change the shade of green that's used when warning people. Which script was it again? It was in the main gameplay scene. So I think it was HUD. Yeah, loss. No, not the lost pop-up spawner. Let's remind myself. So first thing I want to do is something easy. So I've got Codex on a separate screen. Where do I change the shade of green used for tile borders? Assets, scripts, residence, resident tile system. Okay, so first thing I'll do, let me just find the shade of green I want to actually use. Actually, the shade of green I want to use, I believe, is on this. Yeah, that one. So we need to get the RGB color code. Do we need to open the prefab? Okay. So let's say RGB 0 to 1. So it's just 0, 0.70. Okay, that's easy to remember. So let's just close that prefab. So we need to open it. So it's called Resident Tile System. And we need to change the red, green, and blue values. That's line 29. Yeah. Sheltered color. Yeah, let's set, so 0.7, wasn't it? So that's the red is 0, the green is 0.7, and the blue is 0, and then that'll be the alpha, which we just want it to be 1. I do also want to change the blink rate as well. So we've got the threat evaluation interval in seconds is 0.25. Impact evaluation, yeah, that's fine. We've got these are defaults, which means they'll be overridden somewhere. Okay, let's try how to change red border blink rate. Default warning flash speed, okay. Warning flash speed, yeah, 5. So lower is slower blink. So I think something like just 2. Okay, now please check the warning logic for the tiles. It doesn't appear to work even when the tornado is obviously moving away from tiles. They are flashing, whereas others in the path aren't. Remember the offset, how it works. I explained it earlier with the top left tile being 50 minus 50. So let's get an updated, yeah, we need the, what's it called? Yeah, the pathfinding logic to be fixed. I'm tracing the resident warning math against the actual tile coordinate conventions. Now, the likely fault is a mismatch between the tornado's world space path and how the resident tile sample points are derived for tile keys. So Codex is saying it's found the likely bug. The tile sample point mapping itself is consistent with the stream world tile positions, but the warning corridor is not following the tornado's true travel vector. It uses the base direction field, while the tornado actually moves along a deviant rotated path at each update. Yeah, that's probably the problem. So we may just need to recompile, and then we can get back into playing the game. I try not to do too much development on the stream because I know for some people it's not as interesting, but I also just don't want to keep playing an obviously buggy version of the game when I want to release the update in the next hour or so. The tile offset math is not the main problem. The likely bug is in the warning heading. But the tornado does not actually move along the road direction during normal motion. It's rotated by deviant angle. Yeah. Ah, okay, right. Okay, just to explain. So, let me go back to the customize your chase menu. So imagine my mouse is a tornado. It has a vector which tells you which direction to move, but it also has another vector. So imagine like an arrow. So a second vector. So an arrow pointing southwest to northeast would be its movement vector. But we also have another vector which points maybe in this direction. We then kind of sum those two vectors, and it moves the standard path by some random amount. So what it's doing is it's taking just the base movement vector and saying, okay, these tiles over here are in the path, whereas in reality the tornado may be moving like this because the deviant vector, which makes the tornado kind of its path kind of wobble randomly, is pointing over here. So that way, that looks like what's been fixed. Make the change, please. Just getting Codex to do because it's much quicker than me typing out manually on the stream. Changed. Okay. Current deviant motion. Okay. So let's rebuild and go back into the game. Oh, actually, no, one more thing. The other issue was how soon does the tile state reset after sounding the alarm? It resets after reset delay seconds for trailer park. Okay, let's find the trailer park asset. Yeah, 90 seconds. So the trailer park asset is the tile. So each tile have between 24 and 60 residents. It'll take them between 10 and 60 seconds to shelter. Reset. Oh, there, 90. That shouldn't be that. That should be 5 minutes. So we do 5 times 60. There we go. Warning distance, yeah, I think 5 kilometers. Warning radius padding is 1200 meters. Yeah. Yeah, I think this should be better. This should be better. So we're going to go File, Build and Run, and then we'll start up the stream again. What I'll do is I'll close Visual Studio because that takes up a lot of memory, and I'll close Unity as well. So this hopefully won't take too long. I remember when I very first started streaming, I thought, oh, I'll start the build right as I start the stream, and then it took like 45 minutes to compile all these shaders because it was like one of my very first builds. Oh, hello, Neon. Neon is back again. It is back again. So let's just close that. I just need to free up some memory, and then game should fire up in a second. There we go. Made with Unity. What am I working on? So I'll show you. It's easier to show you than to try and explain it. Let me just load into the game. Seems like it'd be a decent. Actually, it doesn't seem like there's very much in the way of helicity there. Let's use that one. So the new things are that each of these diamond-shaped tiles are the trailer parks, and they get like a box highlighted around them. So if they're in the path of a tornado, it'll flash red. Once you sound the siren, it'll go yellow, and once all the residents are in shelter, it'll go green. The problem I was having is that the tornado would be like, say the tornado's where I am here, and it'd be moving this direction. It would be like highlighting the trailer parks over here. It turns out it's because you've got both the base tornado direction, which is just the direction it's going to follow, plus some random amount that it's rotated by, and it was ignoring the randomized amount. It was just using its base direction, so it was highlighting the wrong tiles. Also, after 90 seconds, all the residents were then getting out of shelter again, which is too soon, so I've set that to 5 minutes. So I better think about positioning. You'd head south, and then, I don't know, let's go here maybe. Go south and then east. Let's get the velocity radar on, because as soon as we start getting couplets, that gives us a really solid idea of where the tornado's going. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. We've got something registering on the velocity radar. So yeah, I think this town's probably safe. Say town, trailer park. Let's take velocity off now. We've got a rough idea of where it is. We should, if we're getting velocity, we should see a wall cloud as well. At least very soon we should, unless it's directly above us. So what if the tornado decides to hunt? Would you have to avoid going to towns, or at least warn the ones you ahead? Yeah, but that just happened before. The tornado started hunting me, so I had to be very conscious about taking paths that don't take me through towns. Because even if you warn them, the tornado moves so quickly that even if you warn them, it's going to catch up before everybody's had a chance to shelter. So you might hear some rustling. I'm just eating some Fox's chocolatey half-coated cookies. Don't know if you get those in America, Fox's cookies, but I'm hungry and I just noticed them next to my desk. Hey, we're right under the wall cloud. Not an ideal place to be. We'll use the trick of using the velocity radar to figure out which direction the tornado is moving. Except, I guess if I'm right underneath, that's not going to help. Oh wait, we've got our first tornado here. It's over there. What? To our east-northeast, that doesn't look right. Oh. Wait, no, it's our northwest. Sorry. That's just me. I thought it was facing north. Don't see the tornado yet. Oh, we can see the dust there, look. It's dust getting kicked up. If the video is sent in your server about the tornado hitting the town, would it be possible for the sound to just how far away it came from? Because like everything is right next to you, even if something got destroyed far away. Yeah, I thought I'd set that to 3D sound, which means I think what you do is adjust the 3D sound parameters. It is 3D sound, but you have like a minimum distance before the sound starts to roll off and get quiet, and I think what I've done is I've set that minimum distance too high. Oh, there we go, look. Looks like it's working now, I think. Even though it still looks like it's moving in that direction. Oh, do you know why? It's because of the corridor. No, it's just... Don't know why it stopped blinking. It's almost as if the tornado stopped moving. It sets a 1600 meter or 1200 meter corridor on either side of the direction it's moving. So even though it's not directly in the path, if this tornado fully wedged out, it would be in the path of the tornado still, because it would be impacted by the winds. There's some extra safety margin there. But yeah, that's something else I need to fix. I probably won't do it live on the stream because I've just already had to close out the game and go through the editor. I'm reading something. Oh, this is right in front of us. This one to the north seems most likely to be hit. Yeah, I just don't want to slow down the pace of the stream too much by exiting the game again. But for the next update after tonight, I'll definitely fix the 3D sound issue. So let's go warn our first town. We've got our cows there as well. Always good to see a cow. Yeah, look, I think the lighting on it doesn't look the best. Neither does the texturing. The model's a bit low quality. I do need to generate. I think use that AI 3D model generator to get a better looking one. This wall cloud is wide as well, so this tornado could potentially get very wide. So look, it's gone yellow because I've warned them. Let's think about an intercept. This thing's quite weak and moving quite slowly. Could try and race it over here. I could take the off-road route, so we need to go south and then northeast and then follow the road. Okay. Oh yeah, those Doppler effects as they're moving. I think it's a bit too sensitive to the Doppler effect. One sec. One thing I've noticed is it's saying collect wind data soon. Yeah, it's... I've noticed some weird things with the truck which weren't happening before. We keep getting that collect wind data prompt getting in and out of the truck, whereas it wasn't an issue before, and then also touch react isn't working with vegetation. Yeah, look, that tile's gone green, which means everybody in that tile's now fully in shelter. Oh look, uh-oh, right, now it's hunting and I'm off-road. So I think the best option is to go off-road and hopefully I get back on-road before it catches up. It'll take some time to accelerate up to speed. This is scary because... What speed am I doing? 23, the tornado is doing a lot more than 23. But we need to take it away from towns. So I think if we take this road to the right here... How quickly is it catching up? Sorry, I'll catch up with the chat in a minute. Let me just find where the road is, so we can hopefully escape from the tornado. Oh wow, that's catch up really quick. Right, now I need to floor it. So I'm thinking we drive up here and then along that way, and hopefully the hunt's ended by then. Oh wait, that's not quick deploy. Let's not waste this opportunity to get some data, some upgrades. So let me try and glance at chat. The Turn 1 feature is really nice. Definitely trying it out. We'll be adding a feature where you can remote one for money on your manual. I'm glad you like the look of it. And also, I appreciate the benchmarking video you did. You made me think of something actually. I think one of the heaviest things isn't necessarily the storms. I think it's rendering the vegetation. So I do need to add I've been putting it off because it's not easy to implement. But we need a way to set the vegetation rendering distance. I think that could free up a lot of frames. Yeah, that was a nice video you did. I just saw it the other day. Remote one. I feel like remote owning is a little bit too easy. Uh-oh, which direction's it moving now? We may need to warn that town. Which direction's it? Right, we need to get to this intersection and get towards that town before the tornado cuts us off. So I don't know, maybe because it would just be, in this case, you don't have the fixed named towns, so it would literally just be, you click a tile and they get warned and it just costs you some money. I feel like it's a little bit too easy. How are we doing on data? F1, F2 samples. Oh wait, it's heading more north now. I kind of want to go for another intercept. We've got time, the tornado's narrow enough. So a quick recall. Where do we need to be for a good intercept? So only F1 and F2 samples, so missing out on a lot of multipliers there. So this tornado looks like what, F1? Maybe F2? I think we need to be off-road a bit. Maybe we could go up here. Let's go up there. It gives us the east-west option to actually adjust our positioning. So we've got to be somewhere about, let's see, it's moving mostly north. Out here? Yeah, it does use a lot of GPU, which is what's making me think that's probably the vegetation more than anything else. At least what I've noticed for myself when testing it out, it seems to be the vegetation which puts the biggest load on the GPU. Not surprisingly, not the volumetric rendering of the tornado. I go to 1/3 of a mile wide now. I think we're perfectly placed. Let's do a manual deployment and then let's figure out our escape path. We could go north and bridge across up to here. Which towns are getting warned? So it must be changing its position. Its position's wobbling quite a bit because it'll warn that, then it'll disappear, then it'll warn it. So it's because it's constantly, it's got a vector that's constantly rotating left and right randomly, and then the sum total of all those little movements is how it decides its random path across the map. So you just, yeah, because those bushes used to always react. I'm gonna have to compare the git commit to a couple of commits before and figure out what I've changed. I might have accidentally clicked and disabled something. Yeah, I was just saying that earlier. I need to add a lock to the tailgate. Because what it does is it disables the physics on it while you're driving. Once you exit the vehicle, it enables physics on it. But I think what happens is if there's any forces acted on it, it somehow remembers that, and then once the physics is re-enabled, whatever force is acting on it then actually takes effect and knocks the tailgate down. So if you click it and hold E, it does that. I don't know what I did to make it do that, but that's how it works. Oh, let's check out a probe. It looks like it's right in there. F1. Did we get anything stronger than F2? No, we didn't. Well, we should probably warn this town actually. And we've got a bit of a race here because it looks like this corner is going to get cut off by the tornado itself. Can we beat? I think we can beat it. I think we can beat it. Didn't mean to quote Michael Jackson there. Oh, this is going to be close. Power flash. I think we definitely need to warn that town. See, we can approach it. We can either keep our speed up and approach the slow way, or do a power slide here and approach the quick way. I think that sounds more fun. So we'll do the power slide because that gets us out of the path of the tornado as well. This seems like a good place. Quick recall, quick deploy, good place to deploy again. Look, we're getting some F2, F3 wind speeds in there. It also means we can just go here, hit the siren, and then go. Otherwise, we'd have to drive slowly along here, then a little bit quick there. It would just be a lot slower that way. So yeah, we can see where we need to warn. We can see the siren there. That tornado's definitely intensifying. Oh, got a ninja star flying through the air there. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, residents. I don't have much choice in this. I'm going to have to warn you. Right. I think I can bait it away from here, but I might also get impacted, so that's going to be one of the moral decisions you make. I've spent a long time just getting these few samples. If the tornado hits me, I'm going to lose them all. But equally, if I continue in the direction I'm going to have that town get destroyed. Oh, I don't know if I can do this in time. Oh, okay, 33 lives saved, so that's good. 1 injury, that's not good. 1 injury, 2 injuries. Surprisingly, it hasn't caught up with us yet. Okay, only injuries, no fatalities, so silver lining, I guess. Vegetation setting in the menu, yeah. Some smaller things I want to do between. Whoa! Look at that debris. 1 second. Let's just stop a moment to look at that. Right, I think it's time to go. So I was just saying, there's a small fix I was definitely going to do between now and next stream, and now I've already forgot what it was. Getting some F3 samples there, so I'll keep the probe there. I think this town's in danger though. What was it again? What was the other feature? Oh yes, it was the adjusting the sound. So it fixed the sounds, and then also I want to add the vegetation rendering. Yeah, so you'll just choose the max distance that it'll render. Power flash on the backside of the window there. That looked quite cool. So we've got this entirely new gameplay element now, which is quite fun. Actually, I think we're in a pretty good place to deploy. Let's probe cam. We're still getting F2 samples though. F3. We're going to get F4. Almost 179. No, it's going down now, but we're still getting F3 samples. Okay, is everybody in the shelter yet? No, still yellow. Once it goes green, everybody's sheltered. We are in an excellent spot to deploy, which is unfortunate. I think if I head a little bit further east. Oh, 23 lives saved, 1 injury, yeah, so it's already starting to impact people here. Right, what we need to do is quick recall, quick deploy. And then we need to warn these guys as well. I think these guys might actually be okay. This is going to take a direct hit, so I think we'll just watch that happen. Probe's probably going to get absolutely battered by all the debris that we're going to get though. Well, I can feel my game lagging a bit with the probe camera on. Let's keep that disabled for now. Yeah, it does sound way too close, doesn't it? Yeah, so definitely need to patch that sound, but yeah, I think I'm happy with the game how it is, so after the stream I'll publish this so everybody's got this new version with the main menu and this new logic. Yeah, that lags the game quite a lot, putting that on. Yeah, I think this is going to be okay as long as it doesn't change direction. We will need to escape to the north at some point though. How's the probe doing? Looks like the probe's got hit by some debris and it's getting dragged along the ground. Then we can probably go for another intercept along here. Doesn't leave us any escape. Oh, that happened just in time. I was going to say it doesn't leave us any escape routes if we go right, but now that I already know it's going to hunt, we'll go to the left, but it's going to catch up with us very quickly. I can see it moving towards me. It's moving that quick. Just got to keep my foot down and just hope for the best. Quick recall, quick deploy. Come on. Worked too hard for these samples to lose them now. How fast is it moving? 55, that's good. We're doing 86, so we're moving away from it at 30 miles per hour. The only thing is the tornado doesn't have to slow down for intersections or bends in the road. Vegetation stopped rendering. Probably going to see the frame rate improve though. How are we doing on data? Quick deploy, there it is. It doesn't look like it uses the chasing vector to update warnings. But now that it's taken its own course, now it will. Alright, probe camera point of view. I'm doing F1. If it's getting F1 samples from that distance from it, it's going to get some good data. Well, let's get some oh, it's just starting to deviate slightly. Right, let's set up for another possible intercept on this next road along. It didn't actually change, so I wonder if somehow... maybe my assumption's wrong about the vegetation. It just seems like the type of thing which puts a lot of load on the GPU. At least what I've noticed, like when I load in scenes in the editor with vegetation, it's fine until the vegetation loads, and there's like a noticeable lag. Maybe that's an editor-only type of issue, though. Again, getting F2 data, unfortunately we didn't position it exactly where it needed to be. Let's see, we want to be, let's go in that direction. Yeah, this next line on the map, I reckon. Maybe a little bit further north. I feel like it's curving a bit more north. We'll be right around here. Got good lighting here, so I can turn the headlights off. Okay, again, F1 samples, and as soon as the F1 samples stop, wind speed 73 or less than 73 miles an hour, I'll recall the probe, and we'll position along here. So we can use this as our fixed point of reference, and those trees, I guess. And hopefully we'll see that similar gap between us and that barn. Then we'll know we're directly in its path. And the wind speed's picking up again. Right, let's do quick recall. Need to be in the truck. Quick recall. There we go, right. I think we're in a good spot. It does look like it's changed its path slightly though. Look like it was curving a bit to the north here, now it's curving more to the west. I don't know if we'll go south slightly. Yeah, I think this is a good spot to deploy. So if I line, let's say, line this up with the left side of the tornado, we shouldn't see any motion. So moving north again. Let's put it back in the truck. I think we need to head a bit further north. Do we? Actually, I think we're fine. I think we're fine where we are. Let's just drive away in case it decides to hunt. Probe camera. Oops. Wanted to pan, not zoom. I wonder if the vegetation rendering engine's being annoying and like it is actually putting in all the GPU work to render the grass, but like the final pass to actually draw it to the screen isn't working or something like that. So it's like doing all the work but not showing its result. Okay, so make it look more realistic by making the ground swirl ratio a quarter of what the main swirl is. So what I could do is lerp between like a fourth and like the full swirl ratio in the bottom, like a quarter of the funnel height. Oh, this looks like it's going to get a direct impact. There go the trees. Next will go the windmill. F2. How are we doing on data? We haven't got any F4 samples yet, and that is F4 wind speed in there. I think it's just going to glance it on the edge of the funnel. Come on, go get F4. What wind speed's F4 again? Is it 201? No, that's the F5, isn't it? Right, what we need to do, right, I need to get in here. Quick recall, quick deploy. I think we're actually in the path here. Oh, let's go for that. Right, now that looks like it's going to get impacted. Still no F4 though, that's an additional multiplier which makes a big difference when you're this early in the game. Oh no, not hunting. At least I can keep it away from the towns. And I can guarantee a hit on my probe. Got plenty of options. I think I just keep going north. And then bend around here. And then maybe come back. Still no F4 samples. Quick recall, quick deploy. I want to keep going straight as long as possible to get those extra samples. Yeah, F4 is 206. Yeah, so it's just a few miles an hour short of getting those F4 samples, and as a result, much higher payout and much better upgrades. Right, what do I do? Quick recall, quick deploy, and then head north. So that thing is barreling towards us. But I've got a nice long straight road, so I should be able to stay ahead of it. It's moving 67 miles an hour. Nipping at our heels right now. But I trust my truck. And its entire 78 miles an hour top speed. Right, let's try and get another intercept, so quick recall, quick deploy. Got any F4 samples yet? Yes, we've got one F4 sample, and that makes all the difference because the multiplier is now going to multiply the price paid by 4 instead of by 3 for all samples. Oh, I'm running out of map. I have to take this east option then. Deploy again. Oh, this is going to be close. You can hear it getting closer. You'll hear the wind sounds increase in intensity and volume. Look, it's right there. It's right. It's ripping up the fence right behind us. We're just a few, maybe like 100 meters ahead of where the wind field's actually causing damage. I'm going to deploy again. Alright, that was close. So is the probe going to get hit? Getting F1 samples. Is it still heading this way? Looks like it is, and we've got a town to warn as well. Looks like it's heading southwest. Okay, so I think we continue east, and we're going to have to race it to this, because once it gets here, we're cut off, and we're not going to be able to warn the town in time, so I think we go. See what's the probe getting right now. F1. I'll take it. It's extra money. think we need headlights now. It's getting darker. And then we need to keep our situational awareness of whether we can take this. We need to race it down to there. What's its ground speed? Its ground speed's 11 miles an hour. We can do, what, 78? So it should be good. It's just the fact we have to turn and move towards it. It's got a pretty wide wind field now. Alright, this is the risky bit. You have to drive towards it in order to drive away from it. Wow, that looks cool. I like the lighting there and the motion in the funnel. Oh, it's hunting again. It just hunted. Good, now everyone's in danger now. It's my fault. I'm only driving this way because it looked like it was heading this way anyway, so I need to warn the residents, then maybe double back on myself and then take it away from them. If we've got time, let's get right up next to the siren. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to have time. This is going to be really close. I need to pull it away from the town. It's like I'm driving towards it as it's accelerating towards me. We can use the fence to judge how close the dangerous winds are. Okay, 20 lives saved and 4 injuries. Yeah, we're luring it away from the town. That was a close lightning strike. Let's have a look. I'm thinking maybe I should cash out my samples out. I don't think I'm going to get it any F5. Yeah, this could be good. Let's analyze this. Oh, $8,000 and an anomaly, so we're halfway to getting our bachelor's degree. Got a bunch more skips as well. So let's get the screenshot for this, the thumbnail for this stream. There we go. Right, let's choose some upgrades. So I think probe first, because the faster we can sample, the more money we can get. That feeds that feedback loop. I think off-road speed could definitely do with being upgraded. And then if we've got any cash left over, no. Probe camera, let's see, we're going to get hit again? Or is it going to be the trailer park which gets hit? Yeah, trailer park's getting hit. I think we're in a safe spot here. Yeah, it's moving right to left. take another screenshot. How are we doing on data? Getting a bunch of F1 samples. Where's the probe? It's pretty far from the tornado, but still getting data. Okay, let's analyse these last few. Never know, we might be really lucky and get another anomaly. No, just an extra $100. So I think what I'll have to do is end the stream here because I want to actually publish this update tonight. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Thank everybody for your feedback and suggestions and questions and discussion. I always appreciate interaction on the stream. I really enjoy doing these and having that interaction. So thank everybody who's watched. I'm going to sign out now and I'll publish the updates. It usually takes about 20 minutes to get them published. So yeah, I'll leave it there and I'll sign out.